Today is the 20th of February. You guys might not get here for a week, so things will be a little bit different when you do get here. So expect that. For example, right where this Orlan suit is, that'll be out of the way. We're going to put that back in the Russian segment, and right in this corner, we'll have our Bipsmu bag that we spent a lot of time talking about, Brew, and that'll have the cord with all the Bipsmu stuff in it. Right here. The actual Bipsmu itself will be set at the robotics workstation, and we'll talk about that. And then I understand you'll have another one of our Bipsmus already there. The breakout box itself will be in the PMA off to the side right down here. So it'll all be really straightforward, pre-cabled, and everything you need is going to be all set up for you. So I'd like to turn the microphone over to Sandy, and we'll go over and fly over to the Columbus module, and we'll talk about stowage in the Columbus.
Okay, in the Columbus, when you get here, we're going to have these 4 CTBs that you see, but they're not going to be stacked like this. They're going to be 4 straight up on each other, so this bay will be free from basically this point out. So as you can see, we'll have plenty of space on the floor to put as many 5 MLE bags as we want to. This 2.0 CTB will be gone. I'm going to put that in the JLP while you guys are here. That's just food. All this stuff is food. So Columbus is going to be fairly empty. And so we shouldn't have a problem getting as many 5 MLEs in here as we need to. We had 3 or 4 of them in here on ULF2 at least. And, of course, we've got lots of bungees we can spread across. Pettit slept in here during ULF2, squeezed in between some of the bags, perhaps. I don't know if Mike's talked to you about sleeping arrangements, but that has happened before. So this module, it's out of the way. It's a good place for these kinds of things. It'll be out of the traffic flow, and it'll work pretty well for you, I think. That's pretty much all there is to say about Columbus. Yeah, we really don't have a lot of no-touch areas here right now because there's no experiments going on. I mean, just treat everything with caution, just like I know you guys are going to do. We have 1 SSC in here. We do not have a PCS in here, and we have a Columbus laptop that has their system information on it, which you guys really don't need to mess with, but there is an SSC in here. And I think that's it for Columbus. Now we're in the gem, and this is a place where we can put, where Mike is standing as he's filming right here on deck 1, is a place where we can put a 5 MLE bag as well. That's a deck that's not used that much. It's just a blank face, as well as the overhead rack if we really need it. I don't think we're going to need it, but we could use that as well. The 2 racks right here are areas you want to be careful with. There will be experiments that Koichi will be setting up, and so some of the modules are deployed on these racks, and so we'll want to be very cautious around these racks, and that's really the only sort of sensitive area in the gem. It's a little bit tricky to come through here. As you can see, there's a lot of soft dummy panels on here, and so the handrails are kind of few and far between, but once you've been through a few times, you kind of learn a nice way to go through it. We do have a PCS in here. It's right back here, you can see, with the COM signals on it, and we have an SSC in here as well. This SSC is the wireless machine that you guys will be getting. All the other laptops in here are Japan rack specific, and so you won't need to mess with that. The JLP, I don't think you guys will need to go into, but you turn the corner here and you go up into the JLP. That's basically where we're putting a lot of things that we don't need during the mission. We do have the GPS antenna up there, and Mike or I will get it out for you when you need it. And I can't think of a reason why anyone would need to go up there, but if you do, it's just going to be sort of a dumping ground for us while you guys are here. And I think that's really all I have to say about the gem.
All right, we have some really beautiful windows for some great shots outside. And in fact, until Polanski's crew gets up here, it's some of the best scenery that you'll ever get to see. So this is a great place to take your special FDF photos from. We even have a bogan arm that we usually have up here, and we've got some really nice shots with the Earth behind us, as well as the space station. And then you can show your little whatever things that you want to show, and it got some pretty good photos that way. So you guys are invited to do that. And you're also invited to open the windows. We have some constraints on opening the windows, and so instead of you guys having to memorize them, because you guys have so many other things to worry about, just ask one of the station crew members, and we'll make sure that most of the time we're going to say yes because we want to, and if we say no, it's only because we're constrained ourselves. Mainly, this window is really going to be open. You'll be able to open it up a fair amount of times. We have a 2-hour time limit on it each day. The one in the lab, however, the window in the lab is not going. Once the shuttle's there, it's really not allowed to be opened at all. If not, it won't be open very often. So this is probably some of the best places to take shots from outside of the shuttle. I was pretty impressed with the shuttle flight deck windows. Those are pretty amazing. So anyway, you'll be able to get some good shots, and ask us if you like to open the windows.
Okay, we're back in Node 2, and right behind the hatch right behind me is the hatch you guys are coming through, and immediately on the floor is the Deck 2 location, as you know, and that's where your water bag will be. It's the MO2 bag that has everything that you need for CWC fills, and also we could put a 5 ml bag here if we need to. What's not clear to me yet, which I'll have an answer by the time you get here, is what we're going to do exactly with all of the filled CWCs that you bring back. Some of them may go here, and some of them may go into the Starboard 3 location in the lab. We'll probably fill up the lab first and then put the overflow here. And so there may be a bungee jail in here, depending upon whether or not we think we're going to need it. But this is the place for the water. In that water bag also is staged the one lyo can that you need to get from us immediately once we open the hatches. And so that'll be available for you right away as well. Moving back into Node 2, going aft, we run into the Node 2 Deck 5 area, which is the area that will be the dumping ground for the things that you're bringing over. Right now it's quite crowded because your MO2 bag of water is over here. We haven't moved it yet. Mike has a few of his personal items in here. The vacuum cleaner will be gone when you get here. We're going to temp stow that in the GEM or the JLP. I've got some empty CTBs in here that'll be gone when you get here because I'm using them to pack. And this 5 ml bag, this is the 5 ml bag that you guys are taking home, and that's the one we're going to swap with the 5 ml bag that you are leaving here. I'm not going to put that at Lab Overhead 3 because it's really crowded over there. So what we'll do is you'll bring your 5 ml bag over, and we'll just swap it. And so the right one will be in the dumping ground, and that one we'll put either in the Columbus or the Node 2 Deck 2 or the JPM, and it'll be staged ready to go back to the shuttle when you're ready for it to go back. And so that's how we'll manage that, because there's just not a lot of room for that bag over with the other stuff. But the green tag's on it, it's ready to go, and now we all know about it, so it shouldn't really be a problem. And that's pretty much it about stowage in Node 2 for what you guys need. And this looks crowded right now, but it really won't be by the time you get here because a couple big bags will be out of here, and Mike's going to move his personal stuff to the side as well.
Koichi-san, this is your new home. These are your crew quarters. This is on the starboard side of the space station. And currently my stuff is here, and I'm about to move out. We just got the radiation monitors out of the other one, so we're able to move. You can see that the crew quarters are very comfortable. A sleeping bag goes on the back wall, and we'll have your sleeping bags all ready for you. There are Velcro patches, various different places. Even already have your iPod. Already. Oops, we can't say it iPod. We have to call it portable player. Your portable players here. There's room for pictures of your family or whatever. We can also bring computers in here. There's power and data outlets. They didn't have any short cords, so they only have the big cords here. And then, but during the mission, most likely, as opposed, during when the shuttle is here, most likely we'll probably ask to have my computer and your computer outside all the time. That way, it'll make it easier for everybody. We'll have all the headsets on it so people can make calls home and use email and things like that. But once the shuttle leaves, we'll have a little bit more flexibility, and there'll be fewer people and more computers. So that should work out just fine. But these crew quarters are very comfortable, and I'll be sleeping across the way in the port side crew quarters, and you'll be very welcome. I think you'll enjoy yourself here, Koichi-san. Okay, we're just going to continue flying aft into the laboratory.